Hello, everyone. This is Thalia here with another episode of Agents in the Trenches, a raw discussion of the real life struggles and opportunities and all the above of what agents are facing in today's market. So I just wanted to come on here and say hi, welcome back. We do this every Friday around this time, so you definitely want to tune in. If you're watching live, I want you to go ahead and comment hashtag live. If you are watching this on the replay, because we do get some people that watch it later on, just go ahead and comment hashtag replay so we know who's tuning in at what time. And I'm super excited for this conversation today because I think it's a hot one. I think it's something that a lot of agents, are kind of struggling with a little bit. And the ones who got it, they got it. And the ones who don't, just want a little bit more help and want to really know exactly what they need to do. So, I'm super excited for this conversation. So it's going to be super valuable. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, go ahead and, we will be doing this live. So drop it below and share it. Share it with a friend, share it with somebody that you feel like, needs to hear this because, it's good to give, right? Sometimes you might be all good and you don't need this information, but there might be somebody else that, does. So we encourage everyone to always share it with a friend or somebody in the industry. So without further ado, I do want to introduce my guest today. We just recently got to meet her in person, and she is just super awesome and a ray of sunshine. So I'm super excited to have her here as our guest today. And let's go ahead and bring her on. Julia Imoda, how are you?
I'm doing great. For some reason, I just lost the. I can see you in my screen, but let me know if you can see me.
Yes, I can see you. It
Okay,
might be, we do
got
have
it.
some
I got it. I
okay.
found myself.
Well, welcome in. This is, a raw discussion like we talked about before. We're going to talk a little bit about lead generation, right? Some of the struggles that agents are facing, and then some opportunities that they can actually implement because we like to give people solutions as well. But before we do that, I want to, take a moment for you to go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience. Okay, tell us a little bit about you. What do you do? How long you've been doing it? And why? Why are you here? Okay.
That's a lot. At first, I want to say thank you. I'm really excited for this opportunity. Thank you to everybody who is in the other side of the screen and is, taking the time to listen. I think that is amazing to come together and learn from each other. Is the only way that we can grow.
Yes.
As you say, my name is Julia Aimoda. I was born and raised in Uruguay, and I've been in Naples and in Florida since 2002 when I decided to move to this country. And the reason for me to move is just to see what else was out there. Like I'm coming from a small country in South America. And even though it's a country that is, that nothing really big happened, I still want to see what other opportunity. I moved to Naples and I fell in love, and here I am. I became a licensed loan officer in 2016, and I've been doing it as a full time since then. Before that, I was in banking for over 10 years, so I have that, that experience as well. Why mortgage? Why real estate? Is because this is a job where we can change people's lives, and not always you have that opportunity. So like that's something that we take to our heart, and being able to help the hardworking families to have their own roof, their own home, and see how they can grow a real estate portfolio from the first house. It is amazing. So that's like my big why.
That's awesome. I love that. That was so beautifully said. And it's so true. I mean, it's so rewarding to get somebody from, a dream or a wish
Hmm.
or a hope to reality, right? And actually putting them in a house and,
That is true.
making their dreams come true. It's so rewarding and I love it. And I'm super, just grateful to be aligned with people like yourself that also feel that same, passion and love for what we do because you can tell with our work, right? Um,
That's true.
you know,
Hmm.
with how passionate we are. But before we get to do that, right, as a real estate agent, right, let's talk about the real estate agents, because obviously we can't help somebody if we don't have the people to help,
That
right?
is correct.
So let's talk a little bit about that, because I know that when real estate agents, I speak to a lot of newer real estate agents that get to the industry, and I love
Me too. Yeah. In the daily basis, like, and
yes, and I love these conversations because I was recently, it wasn't too long ago that I was there, right? I still feel like I can still be categorized as a new agent because I haven't been like over 5+ years, but
but you know what? I think that when you call yourself a new Asian, I think that puts you in a position that you are always trying to learn, to grow.
wow.
So never stop being a new Asian if that is going to allow you to keep growing and keep learning more. So
That's wow. I love that. That is so good. That's golden right there, because it's true. I mean, the more that we learn and the more that we grow, and the more that we can
Mhm.
help serve our clients. So with these conversations that we're having, right, they come in and they're super excited. They want to get going. They want to get started. And then a lot of times they don't know where to start, right? Because there's so much noise. There's so many different things that they can get into, right? They hear, door knocking, they hear cold calling, they hear open houses, they hear go to the grocery store and pass out your business cards. They hear, all of these things, and they're like, where do I even start? Like, what
That's
do I
true.
do? Do you hear that as well? Like,
All the time, and it happened to everybody. Even for us, like, we need to get our own leads. Like, it's not that, oh, I come here and sit at the office from 9 to 5 and the people come to me. It doesn't work like that. We are in the same position as a real estate agent. We are full commission. If I don't close the deal, I don't get paid. But we don't receive those deals. We have to go on work for it the same way as a realtor does. So, over the years, you start to see what it works and what it doesn't, and then you start to like, hey, let's put together ideas that that they are going to work to get those leads. And we try to do it as much as we can in an organic way. What does mean? Without the need to pay for, where you create the lead without paying, like, any website or any lead program where you pay for the leads. Organic lead is the one that you will get for free. So that's what we're trying to do, to maximize investment. Maybe you don't invest money, but you invest time. But you need to know where to invest. You need to make sure that where you are putting those seeds, the source is good for them to grow. So it is important, and I think that the first thing that the new relation, or even the one with experience, you need to stop and take yourself out of this noise, because it's like you say, so much information. You open, like social media, and then you have coaches and programs and do this. This is what it works. This is the best. And how do you know what is real, the best one? Right. And then I don't know if it happened to you, but when I receive way too much information, I feel like a computer with too many windows open. I freeze. I don't know which way to go, and I just don't do nothing. So I think that the first thing is take yourself out of everything, stop the noise, and you need to know who you are and who you want to help. Do I want to help the high-end luxury market? Is that, where I feel good? Do I want to help the first-time home buyer? Do I want to, help the investor? You need to know where you feel good, where is your strength. And from there, next step it will be to see what things you have to do to be able to get those leads. But I think that it's important to stop the noise, like, okay, wait, who I am, why am I doing this? You need to know your why. You need to know what's the reason for you to be a real estate agent and not a, paralegal or a person who does taxes. It's a reason why you decide. And money that's not going to be your reason. That couldn't be your reason. It's something else. You need to look deep inside you. So, and let's be honest, it's not easy to get those leads. Like that's something that every morning is like, okay, where my next client is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to, once you know where you want to go, then you have to do an action plan. You can't just wake up every morning like, oh, okay, I'm going out to see what happened. It's not going to work like that. Yeah. And I think that's something else that everybody, not only, everybody who is in this kind of business and, in real estate, or everybody who is self-employed, you need to have discipline. You need to have a structure, an action plan, a daily plan, because otherwise it's so easy just to get busy, but not really doing things that are going to make you money.
That's true.
So something that I try to do, as it's not easy, but as you start to get busy, it gets harder, but you need to schedule time to do your money-making activities. What is a money-making activity? The one that you're gonna work and is gonna pay you. Okay. Usually, what that is like a work your pipeline. Create a pipeline. If you are new and you don't have no leads, you need to create those leads. So you need to, no matter what's going on out there, if you decide every 2 hours in the morning I'm gonna be working my leads and I'm gonna be doing my money-making activities, do it. Because otherwise time goes fast and you're going to end up in the month and you won't have nothing.
Yeah, I love that. It's so true. Lucy says your calendar has to be your boss. So if you're putting on your calendar that you're going to take 2 hours out of the day to prospect or do lead follow-up or, whatever the case may be, like you're saying, money-making activities, things that are you, then you need to stick to it. Right? You need to stick to it. So talk to us a little bit about that, because someone who's coming from maybe, let's just say, a job that they tell them what to do and then they do it. Now getting into the industry, right? Because this happens, and I see this as well, is that same person that came from that position, right, doesn't know how to,
where to start. Like, what do I do first?
Yes, but also how to manage themselves, because they've always been managed, right? They were managed by their supervisor or their whatever, So talk to us about that, because sometimes it's not that easy, to manage yourself. Because
that's true. And I think that, like something that I think that is important, coaching is important, to have somebody, not who is going to tell you, oh, you have to do this every morning, but it's going to give you tools on how you can be your own boss. Like you need to learn to be your own boss. Otherwise, like you say, or you're coming from a place where they tell you what to do all the time. And now you have to know what you are supposed to do and how you invest your time. So having a coaching is important, having a coach in plan. But if you're not there and you can't afford, or you don't find the right coach, get a mentor, get somebody who is already having these systems, just to at least to give you an idea. They're not going to say, everything that you have to do, but at least they're going to give you some steps on how to get there. And then you need to be very intentional. You have to wake up every morning. It's not like, today I'm going to wake up at 11 and then I'm going to the grocery store to give some business card. No, you have to treat this as your own business. So you have to wake up every morning. You have to have your mindset set up for what you are planning to do in that day, and do it and just execute. There is a lot of, places where you can get information on how to plan your day, what things you can do every day to make that money. So I can share with you. I have a presentation that is called 30 Leads in 30 Days. I'm not gonna go all over them. Maybe we can do that in another time. But at least I can give them an idea, just as a starting point of where to start to be able to get those leads. Because No, go ahead,
I want
Talia.
to say something. I want to say something really quickly. I'm just trying to feel out the audience, right? Like if this is something that you guys feel like would be valuable and you would want to know more of, I would love for you guys to show us in the chat. Like, do you guys feel that that would be awesome? Maybe to get a class on, what does that look like? 30 leads in 30 days. Like, I just want to kind of fill out the audience. I know there's people, coming in, coming out, but I wanted to put that in the air because if we get a good amount of hits, I would love, to take this out of Agents in the Trenches and bring it live to the academy, right? Because that might be something that, some could be very valuable. So just wanted to put that out there.
Yes, just put it out there so so
Yes.
they know.
Yeah.
So in this presentation that we have, what we do is we give you 30 ideas. Of course, that it's not that you're gonna do one every day. Hopefully you do it. But if you don't, it's at least you have reference points where you can go and get those leads. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is more about the new real estate agent that is starting from zero, where we all started. Nobody here started as a real estate agent or as a loan officer with already a portfolio of 100 leads.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe few, but not me, and I don't think that Talia, you are in the same. So we have to start to work in our way up. So the first thing that the first idea that I always tell is your phone. Okay, in your phone, if you go to your contacts and if you go right to the last one, you open your contacts and you scroll all the way down, to the last one. Usually they say how many contacts you have. Like in I have 1,480, right? All those numbers that you have there, in some point, you made a contact. So I always tell the people that I'm doing the class, if I call any of those contacts that you have, and I ask them, hey, I need a real estate agent, how many of those contacts are gonna give me your name? So people is like, oh wait, I don't know. So it's like let's start from this. You have to let everybody know from your close, because in some point you have something with them, what you do. And something important is, if you are in sales, real estate agent, you are in insurance, you are a loan officer, you can hide in an office. I mean, yes, it's nice. You go dress up and come to the office every day and just sit here and pray for people to come. It's not gonna work. You have to put yourself out there. In sales, the people who win is the one with the most friends and with the most conversations. So you need to be out there. You need to talk to people, and you need to let everybody know what you do, because hiding in an office is not gonna work.
Yes, Lucy always says, find the people and talk to the people, right? That's really the name of the game. So I want to touch on just a couple of things. The first thing is, can you give us a close up on your screensaver?
Yes.
I got a glimpse of that. Talk about that, because I think that is also what you were saying of being intentional, right? I mean, let's talk a little bit about that, because
what I'm learning, and as a Latina, we come, most of us coming with really totally different ideas about money. Like where I'm coming from is like, oh, save the money because it's we are not gonna have in the. So you have always that mindset that money is it's a resource that is not a lot. It's not abundance. So I'm coming from that mindset of where, hey, save it, don't spend it, because what happened, tomorrow you don't know, guarda para cuando no hay. So we have that mindset. And when you come here and start to work in real estate and start to grow and start to see how money flows and, how much opportunity of earning money is out there, you need to start to change your mindset. Otherwise, no matter how much you earn, you will never be able to grow regarding your mindset. So part of that is like you will always see that in like all my drawers and everything, there is always money. There is always like a dollar bill or $2 bill, because I want to tell my mindset, I want to tell myself that money is abundance, that is there, that is a resource that, if you go and look for it, is not gonna end. So I can change. So
Wow.
that's why that I have that. It's money is energy, and it's not like, oh, you need money to be happy. It's not like that. It's just changing your own like a limited beliefs that we have in something that there is more, and it's more to share, and it's more to help, and it's more to do more. So that's why my screenshot. Yeah,
I
my kids is like, oh, you don't love us, like that's why that you don't have picture of us. Like, no, I see you all the time, like like, what do you mean that I don't love you? So that's the reason why I have that one. And like my other one, my lucky screen is like, is love, like it's all
Oh,
about love.
yeah.
So it's trying to look for that.
I
But
love that. I
a
love that.
lot in this business has to do with mindset. Mindset is
Mhm.
everything,
Mhm.
everything. And work hard, go and get the business, go there and help people. Um, that's the main thing.
So I wanna first of all, that's incredible. Like that, I got something from that. Like I'll be honest with you because I grew up same way, right? Always hearing that. Like you save your money, right? And we never really understood why we're saving our money. We knew there was oh, it's always for a rainy day, you never know. But like,
But
wow.
you grow with that mind that is like oh, money is is not gonna last, or it's
Exactly.
gonna end. So you have to try to have as much as you have, because it's it's the totally opposite as abundance. Like that escasez. It's like no, guarda para cuando no hay. So you
Mhm.
know so trying to change the mindset.
So let me ask you. I want to go back to okay. I want to dive a little bit deeper into you, right? How do you set yourself up for the day? Like, what are some of the maybe you have morning rituals or something that you do to prep your mind and be intentional about the day that you are coming into? I kind of want to talk a little bit about that if you don't mind.
No, of course no. Number one, I love to read. Like I reading, and like a paper books. You will see me always with books next to me. Everywhere that I go, I have books. So I read a lot. And I was reading this book about health, and the number one thing is we need to sleep. We are in this society where it's hustle, 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 hustle. Go to bed late, wake up early, and I don't believe that. I believe that we need to give our own bodies and mind the rest that they need. So, with that being said, I respect my sleep. I like to wake up early, but it's hard for me to be out of the bed before 6. People who wake up at 5 and go to the gym, hey, kudos to you. You are amazing. My body, not there. But I try to, like, I'm trying to be very intentional. So I wake up, I don't allow myself to open the phone as soon that I wake up to see what is going on in social media. And that is new because I used to do it. I
Mhm.
used to open my eyes. Okay, hey, let's see what's happening in Facebook and Instagram. So I don't allow that to control me. I want to be, my own owner, to own myself. So mornings, usually I, try to wake up. I try to listen a meditation when, while I'm trying to open my eyes, because it's not that easy. My bed is really comfy. So it's not like, oh, it's super easy to wake up. No. So I try to listen a motivation, meditation. So then when I wake up, straight to shower to kind of like give me that, like, good morning, wake up, Julia. And I don't do exercise in the morning and weekdays because I have to take my little one to school. And so the only thing that I do is I try to take a little bit of vitamin D. So I go outside with the dog, I leave 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then come back to drink my coffee. Usually try to read 2 or 3 pages in the morning when I'm in bed. So it's like I'm enjoying my bed and, trying to read. But I'm not good doing exercise in the morning. People who does kudos for you. I can't. I do it in the weekends because I love to walk and trying to get into running, so learning, do it in the weekends, but no in the week. But yes, it's important to wake up in a peaceful state of mind. I set the tone to my day. I decide the kind of day that I'm gonna have. But don't get me wrong, Talia. I can wake up every morning and say, today I'm gonna have an amazing day. And as soon as I get to the office, my underwriters, realtors, and clients decide that that's not the case. So, but at least it put me like, okay, I decide that I'm gonna have a good day, so I have to fight with everything that is around me to have that good day. And that's basic, what it is. Then I get ready. At least I try to take between 45 minutes to 30 minutes to 45 minutes shot for me with no interruptions or no like rushing everybody. And then, yes, I go straight to wake up my child and, start to get ready to go to work. But
I love that. No, I think that's incredible. And I love that, you say, you control your day, like, and you choosing not to open up your phone, because that's become a habit. It's
yes.
Like we grab our phones before we grab our water, and they say it's good to drink water first thing in the morning, but look,
that's true.
We're getting our dose of social media, and it's like, and then you start seeing all these things.
No, and you know what? It was funny. I was listening to a podcast, and the person who was in the podcast, she say, okay, imagine if you, as soon as you open your eyes, you allow 4,000 people to be in your room with you. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And she's like, that's what you are doing with if you open social media. Like you open social media and you are allowing the person that you are looking at what they are doing to be in the room with you. I mean, is that okay? Like you are allowing them to control you instead of you be able to control yourself. It's like, oh, wow. That's powerful. Yes, the phone can wait. So, at least not for the first hour, I try not to look at it. And I don't know if it happened to you, but once you open your phone, you start, you say, oh, let me see what happened. And then you start to scroll. 10 minutes pass by, and then you need to go, rushing yourself just because.
Yeah, that's definitely a habit that I need to improve on as well. Because I'm not gonna lie. So, I get up and I look at my phone.
Yeah.
And that's so true. I love that you put that into perspective with that podcast. It's like you wake up and you open up your phone and now there's 4,000 people in your room. It's like,
it's like, oh, wait.
No thanks. So that's so true. But I love that. I love what you're saying. And I think that, like you're, being your own boss, you got to learn how to be your own boss, Get really good at time blocking, get really good at being one with your calendar, right? And then being intentional with your days, going into it knowing, okay, this is what I'm going to do today, right? This is the day is going to be awesome. I have a great day today. I'm going to be, I'm going to talk to 10 people today. I'm going to, get something under contract. I'm going to get an appointment, whatever the case may be, like, speak it into existence, right? Like, the world, and then make sure that all of this noise and the stuff that gets in the way, like you just block that out. Like try to block it out as much as you can. So I'm taking the Tony Robbins Rise to Summit. I don't know yes, it's for the next 3 days. So it was yesterday and tomorrow, completely free.
How nice. Is that online, right?
Yes.
Nice.
I recorded a little snippet yesterday and he talked about change. He's like, the only thing that is certain is change. Like change is going to happen. So be okay with that. Be okay with that and just make sure that you're blocking out all of the noise. And regardless of what's going on in the world, just know that none of that matters, because if you make the intention, right? If you make the decision to say, okay, I'm going to be successful, you are going to be successful. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. So I love that, I just remembered that from what you were saying. And, I think that is so true. At the end of the day, like you control your environment. So make sure you surround yourself with, like you said, a coach, right? A coach, a mentor, somebody that's going to help you, guide you, and, lead you to the right direction, whatever direction you want to go to. And just like, don't wing it. Have a plan.
And you know something else, Talia? We have to be like, if you are in sales and you want to get those leads, you have to be all day, every day, letting everybody know what to do. Like, wearing a T-shirt that is say, "I love real estate" or "Ask me about real estate." Your social media. You can't hide. You have to be seen. You have to be out there. That's the only way, that you can succeed in this.
I love this. I love this. And by the way, that what you said about the contacts, because I thought you were going to go to a different approach, because I thought you were going to be like, you're going to go all the way down. You're going to say, this is how many leads you have. But you said, if I start reaching out to these people and ask them, I need a realtor, how many of them will say your name?
Yeah.
That right there. Oh, like if that didn't
Like,
put fire,
wait.
if that didn't put fire under someone's behind this and whoever's watching, like, it's true. Reach out to your people, let them know
Yeah.
what you're doing. So
Hmm.
I love that.
And then one more. Let me give you one more.
Sure.
We all go to the dentist, schools, daycare, the dog grooming, whatever service that you are doing. Do they know what you do? Like, everybody knows what you do. So they need to know, because they need to be able to use you as you use them, as as the service provider. But also, if they need to know who you are, so they can refer to you more people. So that's another one that that is important. Maybe you can, like, let's say that you don't, I know, like at the dog grooming place. Hey, one day just grab some donuts, stop by there, and tell them, hey, by the way, thank you so much for making sure that my Fido is always clean and pretty. But also, I'm a real estate agent, and this is my business card. I'm here to help. Keep me in mind. So it's important that you need to sell yourself out there.
Yes, that's so true. I love that. Well, Julia, we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
there's so much more that I know that you can, deposit as far as value goes, and then just, giving more information on this. And I think we're going to have to take this in person as well, because I think that what you're saying in that presentation can really help a lot of people out.
It's really nice.
Yes,
Yes.
we're definitely going to have to plan outside of this for that. And,
Hmm.
but before, I know I respect your time. Thank you so, so much for
Thank you.
invitation. This was incredible. I walked away with some goodies. I hope that our audience also did as well. And if you did, whether you're watching this now or on the replay, please put some fire in the chat. Reach out to Julia, pick her brain. Reach out to us as well, because if you are looking for a coach, or a mentor, we can help you with that as well. So I just want to just wrap this up. Again, Julia, you've been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Talia. It has been a pleasure to do this. Like, really
Yeah,
excited.
that's so awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Make it an awesome day, and watch us. Stay tuned for the next one, because we'll be here again next Friday. So until then, take care, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.